Hi there, Tammy Beard with Stampin' Savvy. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm introducing the Pop of Petals Bundle from the annual catalog, and I've got so much to share with you. I've got 3 different card projects with 3 different color inspiration combinations, 3 design techniques to share, as well as a savvy tip on how to get perfect alignment between the stamp set and the coordinating punch. So let's get started. So the Pop of Petals stamp set, it is a classic red rubber set. It's 12 pieces, and it's got a combination of flower patterns. You've got 5 primary flower patterns here, and then the 6th one they've created to look like a butterfly. Isn't that very cool? And then you've got some accessory pieces, or what I call accessories would be, you've got different leaf patterns here, some foliage, makes a really great wreath. And then you've got some accent stamps and some accent flower stamps. So when I am looking through and kind of deciding what to get, I really want stamp sets that give me a lot of versatility, that I can get a lot of mileage from. And I think this one meets that criteria. So I'm going to be showing you, like I said, 3 different card projects today on just one design for this stamp set. And you'll notice that it has a coordinating punch. This is called the 4-petal flower punch. Whew, can't say that 3 times fast. That coordinates with this. So if you are like me and you just like quick and easy, where you can stamp and then punch, then this is great. And the nice thing is that, as you know, or probably know, that when you purchase bundles, you automatically save 10% right off of the top, which is always, a bonus. So let's get started with the different projects. So let's bring in the first card here, and this is the design. And all 3 of the cards that I'm going to share with you all include the Poppy Parade and the Granny Apple Green. Those are on all 3 cards, and what I've done is I've brought in a 3rd color for each of the different projects. So in this one, the 3rd color is Bermuda Bay. So we've got Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, and then the Bermuda Bay. So you can see I've got 2 different flower images that have been stamped there. And then the sentiment on this one is from the Detailed with Love stamp set. It's this one right here. And it's been cut out with the Layering Ovals framelit set. Okay. And then the embellishments are, I've just got a simple little jewel. This is the basic the pearls, the basic jewels, and in the small one I've just got 1 single pearl there in the center. And then this is the mini striped ribbon in the coordinating Bermuda Bay. And I've shared this before, that as awesome as Stampin' Up is on all of their products and their stamps, really, to me, what they excel at the best is their product coordination. The cardstock matches the ink, which matches the embellishments. So everything is designed to work together to make your projects just look incredible, but are easy to design and work with. So let me show you how to do this right here, because I know some of my customers complain about the bows. They're like, I don't know how to do the bows, they never look right. So I want to show you kind of a trick that I use for this one, because we're not going to cut this off. We're going to actually just do the bow on the spool. We're going to start at this end, and you're just going to create 1 loop, and then we're going to wrap this around, and then we're going to take and we're going to bring our 2nd loop up through here. Okay. And laying flat, we're just going to straighten this out. Now if you get like that, you're just going to kind of pull that down. Let's pull that back and then tighten it. And this is where you just kind of fuss with it a little bit. We're going to shorten these up and then tighten that up. Okay, so that's about the size that we want. We can trim this off at the end. So now what we do is we're going to go ahead, actually let's make this a little bit smaller, is you're going to take a glue dot, and you're going to put a glue dot on the back of this, And after you've done all of your stamping, you're going to go ahead and just attach that to your panel with a glue dot. Pull it over, snip that off, and then you're just going to wrap that piece around to the back side of the panel and attach it with another glue dot. And then your sentiment is going to go on top, and that's been popped up on dimensionals. So easy peasy. So you're not trying to tie it in the middle. You're not trying to tie a small piece. You just get your bow right on one end, and then you just kind of create an angle with it and attach it like that. Doesn't that look cool? So hopefully that will help you with your bows. Okay, so, oh, and then I want to show you, I decorated the envelope. So this is I brought in the Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper, and I just pulled out the Bermuda Bay, and you could have used the polka dot side or the stripe side. I chose the stripes just to kind of coordinate with the stripes on the ribbon. But it's always nice to decorate your envelopes, kind of start the party before you get inside. So there's our first card. And let's bring in our second card here. Now this one is, the third color is Gorgeous Grape. So we've got Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, and now we've got Gorgeous Grape. So same basic design pattern. The sentiment in this case is from the Accented Blooms stamp set. It's the hello right here. And then it was punched out with the tailored tag punch that coordinates with this one. And then you'll notice this little piece of ribbon right here. That's the Granny Apple Green textured weave ribbon. And I'll give you a tip on this one and show you how to get that banner end really easy. So you just take your ribbon and you fold it in half with the fold away from you. Bring in some nice sharp snips, cut at an angle, and there you go. It's even. You don't have to worry about trying to cut it by hand. One snip, you're good to go. So you just do one end, kind of calculate how much you want, and then you would just fold it and then do the separate end. And then just run some of the snail, which is the double-sided tape adhesive runners. Just run that along there. Attach that to your panel, again, after you've done all of your stamping. And then your sentiment, again, is popped up on dimensionals right over it. It's got the pearl accents. On this, in this card, what I did is I've actually put the pearl accents on all the centers that, that showed. Okay, we've got one more to show you. Clear that off. And it is this card right here. So in this card, again, decorate the envelope. So this one, our third color is Night of Navy. So Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, and now we've got Night of Navy. The sentiment is from the Enjoy Life stamp set here. How beautiful a day can be when kindness touches it. I just love this set. Use it a lot. So now we've got those three colors, very similar. And other than the one punched image on this one, it's all on one layer. So really simple, easy to do. So this one, the card base was the Night of Navy. The accent panel is the Poppy Parade. And then all of them have been stamped on the Whisper White. So let me give you some design tips for you. So you've got three color combinations that I've given you, but let me give you three design techniques. Okay, so one of them is that the eye likes odd numbers, especially things that are in threes, okay? So what I want you to see here is for this particular flower right here, which is this one right here, I've stamped once, twice, and 3 times. And then I came in with this one and I've stamped once, twice, and 3 times, okay? And what I like to do when I do my stamping is I start with this one right here because that one's going to be my focal point. So decide where you want this one to be and stamp that one first, and then stamp your other two, and then come back in and do these next. And then I like to think of the leaves as kind of the fillers. So I would do that second to last, And then you'll notice this stamp right here is this little one right here. And what I've done with this one is I've done the Poppy Parade, but I stamped off once. So what that means is I inked it with the Poppy Parade and I stamped it once on a piece of scratch paper, and then I brought it to the project. So it just makes it a titch lighter so that it just looks a little bit different for a little bit of variety. Now you'll notice right here, you see how it looks like it is behind that flower? So here's another, actually this is a fourth tip for you. So what I've done is I took a Post-it note and I just put it into the punch, punched it out, and then I have laid this down on the paper, and then I did the stamp over it. And so it gives that illusion that it's behind the flower. Pretty cool? Very, very easy to do. Okay, so I likes odd numbers of things. The other thing I want you to see is that I've kind of created a triangle. It's easy to work in triangles. So if you kind of just picture from this corner to this corner, the design is in this area of your piece of paper from your project, okay? So you're working in a triangular pattern here, and then you're also kind of working in triangles. So you'll notice there's a triangle here, you've got a triangle here, and then you've got a triangle here. Again, that's just what the eye likes. And then if you'll notice with the leaf stamp, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got an odd number. So if you kind of try and think of odds and threes, that's usually a surefire way to do your designing. Okay, now I have got, and then the third tip, I'm sorry, is or fourth tip, is you'll notice that the sentiment goes down here in the corner and there's lots of white space that's left around it. And that's so that your sentiment doesn't get lost in the design. See how it kind of still stands out? So that's a tip for you, is by keeping it in this half, your design in this half, it still kind of lets you do the focal point. And I coordinated the color with this particular stamp right here. So you've got 3 different examples, 3 different color combinations, some design tips, and now what I want to share with you is a savvy tip on how to get perfect alignment on your stamped images when you go to do your punching. Because you'll notice on the punch that it is not symmetrical. Every petal is a little bit different. So there's only one direction that your stamped images will work in this. And so in order to avoid stamping your image and then trying to figure out how it works, I'm going to give you a tip. So easy peasy, you'll get it right every single time. So what I've done is I took my stamps and I took them and I tried to look at the pattern, and what I did is I placed it inside of here until I found where it would drop in. So I don't know if you can really kind of tell in this, but when you get it right, it actually, the stamped part will drop into the grooves of the punch, and you'll know that you have it right. And then what I've done is I have taken a Sharpie marker, and with the bottom of the punch towards you, I went ahead and I have drawn an arrow to what is going to be the bottom of your stamped image, okay? Because we want the bottom of your stamped image to match the bottom of your punch. And here is why. So let's go ahead, and I would do that with each of those. There's only 6, so it goes really quick. The only one that's a little bit tough to drop in is going to be the butterfly, because of the antenna. The top part isn't going to drop in, but you'll still kind of know when you've got it right. And if you're ever not sure, what you can always do is go ahead and just stamp it on a piece of scratch paper and try and get your punch in there, and that'll confirm that it's in the right alignment before you do your Sharpie marker. Make sense? Okay, so let's bring in a piece of scratch paper, And what I want you to notice is there's a throat on your punch, okay? So what that means is that your paper's only going to go so far in, okay? So what we always want to do is you're going to want to do your stamped images that you're going to punch out along the edge of a piece of paper. So the reason that we did the arrow on the bottom is so that that stamped image is going to go to the bottom or the edge of a piece of paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to put this on our block, and you can see that it shows through. And let's go ahead and let's do the poppy parade. We'll make a nice poppy parade. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this up, and then we're going to go ahead and just stamp that along towards the bottom here. And then we're going to put this in, and voila, you've got perfect alignment. So just make sure that your arrow is always facing down, meaning down to the edge of your paper, and stamp away, turn, and as long as it's on the edge, you're always going to be good. Okay, and we can get one more here. Then all you do, line that up and punch away, and you can get multiples of this. As you can see, over and over again, you could get a ton of these punched out really, really quick. So easy peasy, mark your stamps, and you are good to go. If you liked this tip, and you would like a fourth bonus card that I've designed to be a holiday or a Christmas card, it's going to be in the Stampin' Savvy newsletter that comes out next. So if you are interested in some more tips as well as that project tutorial, then go to the blog at stampinsavvy.com and sign up for the Stampin' Savvy newsletter. And you will get that project tutorial included. It'll have all the measurements as well as that bonus fourth idea. I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Really, I do like the Pop of Petals bundle. Again, you save 10%. I think it's a great value. And as you can see, you can use it with any of the sentiments that you already have on hand. If you liked today's video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. All of the supplies can be purchased through my blog at stampinsavvy.com. And I'll have links in the YouTube description for you to follow as well. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. So until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.